The whole camp is based around the General Assembly, and the General Assembly takes place at 1 o'clock and at 7 o'clock.
Every day?
Every day. And before the General Assembly is a meeting called Process, and that happens before both General Assemblies. Process is where we make sure that all the meetings are still happening in a non-hierarchical manner, and that the facilitators for the General Assembly always change, so we never have the same people speaking every single meeting, which is really important because some people love to speak and some people don't get to be heard. Out of the General Assembly, the basics of the camp are discussed, what kind of direction we should be taking, what kind of strategies we should be implementing if we have any problems and issues that have arisen either to do with neighbours or the police and the changing climate at large. Then the camp itself is run by a series of working groups. Anybody can volunteer for a working group, and some people volunteer for several working groups. These working groups include things like DIY university, there's a library, there's a first aid, there's the meditations area, there's direct actions group, there's the outreach group, the international outreach group. There's the media liaison group, there's the our own media group, and there's the media tech group, and there's the information centre, which this is, where we connect people, and so on and so on. So yeah, there are loads of different groups, and what we really...
What I did want to show people in the outside world who say, oh, this is just a bunch of student lamos that never had a job, it's a bunch of feckless, lazy hippies who... just have decided to camp out St Paul's and it really should not be allowed. Well, I've got a message for those people. I am an honest, decent, hard-working man.
I think, it's a good cause, to show support to. I think, everyone's, agrees the state of the country at the moment isn't in a good way, sort of capitalism, in the government and everything. So yeah, I just think, everyone spends a lot of time talking about doing things and doesn't actually do anything, so... The position of a student is especially difficult at the moment, and I think coming along to things like
they in a way are facilitating us.
Isn't that who we're fucking against?
No.
We're trying to build a community here, not just one-sided community where one voice is saying we're against them, so we're going to write "fuck you" on every wall. Pardon my French, but I do agree with your part of it, as well as we need to develop a not sophisticated, but a very respectable community here. And it needs to include everyone from every aspect of society, not just a certain type of extremist or non-extremist person. So we need to really pay attention and kind of be a little bit aware of what we're writing on the walls. But I do agree with writing on the walls. I can't disagree with that.
Inside those uniforms are people. And without talking to them and showing them what we are about, we can never, ever, ever hope for them to lay down their helmets and their badges and join us.
Paper cups are not recyclable. I will never put my paper cup in a paper bin because it makes life very difficult for the people sorting the recycling. I will get my own cup